Have you ever noticed how the word yes slips out of your mouth, even when everything inside you is screaming no? You didn't plan to agree. You didn't want to. But somehow, you did. And later, you're left asking yourself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep giving away my time, my energy, my peace, without even realizing it? Here's the truth, it isn't weakness. And it isn't just about being too nice. There's a hidden psychology behind why you say yes too much. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your choices the same way again. Because your life is built on your choices. Every yes you hand out, every time you agree to something you don't actually want, you're giving away a piece of your future. That late night favor. That extra project at work. That responsibility you never asked for. And if you're not careful, you'll end up living a life shaped more by other people's demands than by your own desires. So let's break this down. Why do you say yes when you want to say no? And how do you take back control? The first reason, fear of rejection. We're wired to want acceptance, it's human. Saying yes feels safe. It avoids conflict. It keeps the peace. But here's the catch, every time you agree just to avoid rejection, you're actually rejecting yourself. Picture this, a coworker asks you to stay late. You're exhausted. You want to go home. But the thought of them being disappointed? That feels scarier than the burnout. So you smile, you nod, you agree. That's fear of rejection in action. The second reason, guilt. This one is sneaky. Somewhere along the way, you were taught that good people always say yes. That helping makes you kind, generous, worthy. So when you say no, it feels wrong, almost selfish. And people know how to use that. Maybe they remind you of what they've done for you. Or they give you that disappointed look. Suddenly, the guilt crashes down. You don't want to feel like a bad person, so you give in. But here's the truth, saying no doesn't make you unkind. It makes you honest. And honesty is the foundation of real respect. The third reason, the illusion of obligation. Sometimes you don't even stop to think, you just say yes out of habit. You've said yes before. You've set the pattern. Now people expect it. A coworker keeps coming to you because you're the reliable one. A friend assumes you'll drive them because you always do. And you keep going along because it feels like you have to. But ask yourself, do you really want this? Or are you just running on autopilot? Obligation isn't the same as loyalty. Loyalty is chosen. Obligation is silently forced. The fourth reason, borrowed validation. Let's be real, sometimes, saying yes actually feels good. It makes you feel needed. Important. When people rely on you, you feel like you matter. But here's the danger, if your worth only comes from pleasing others, you'll keep saying yes even when it drains your health, your happiness, your dreams. True self-worth doesn't come from being everything for everyone. It comes from standing firm in your own choices. Do you see the pattern now? Fear. Guilt. Obligation. Validation. Different faces of the same problem, handing away your power. So how do you stop? Start with this, pause. Before you answer, take a breath. Ask yourself, if I say yes right now, who am I really serving? Them, or me? That tiny pause breaks the automatic response. Next, practice saying no, without excuses. You don't owe anyone a long speech. You don't need to justify. A calm, simple, I can't do that right now, is enough. And if someone can't respect that, that's their problem, not yours. And finally, remember this, every time you say no to something you don't want, you're saying yes to something you truly need, your rest, your goals, your peace of mind. Boundaries aren't walls. They're doors. They don't shut people out, they let the right people in. The ones who respect your freedom. So here's the takeaway: saying yes all the time doesn't make you strong. It makes you invisible. But when you start guarding your yes, when you honor your own voice, you don't just protect your time, you reclaim your life. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever said yes to something you instantly regretted? Drop it in the comments, it might help someone else realize they're not alone. And if this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Because at the end of the day, your power begins the moment you decide. Your yes is yours to give, and yours alone.